The Mean Green's Plastic Warfare. The biggest strength of the Mean Green's Plastic Warfare is its commitment to a clear style that is well realized in every aspect of the game. Everything from the visual elements like textures, color choices, shaders, and post-processing effects, all the way down to its simple gameplay that allows you to switch between 6 different weapons on the fly, all work together to create one cohesive style that makes this game stand out. The tone or style of this game is very much a simple, fun, upbeat, and colorful one. The concept is that you play as little plastic army men that fight amongst each other over a variety of interesting and well-designed maps. Also note that the music in the game is fantastic and upbeat, which is appropriate for the game's established tone. This game isn't like Team Fortress 2, where you select a game mode and then play on different maps. Rather, each map is its own game mode. The objectives of each map are, for the most part, defined by the various environments. For example, on the Bathtub Bash map, the objective is to capture all 3 flags located in the center of the map and place them in the 3 flag holders located at your main base. The twist is that you are in a bathtub, and falling into the water and sinking to the bottom kills you. To allow for you to actually capture the flags, there is a circle of toy duck boats that travel counterclockwise so that if you grab a flag, you still have to survive riding the boat in front of the enemy base without being killed. Otherwise, you drop your flag and it respawns at the predefined locations. Bathtub Bash is my favorite map out of all the maps, because it is a very complex and difficult objective that is extremely satisfying to complete. As you can tell by the map design, it very much sticks to the idea that you are little plastic soldiers, because the bathtub is quite big relative to you. Another aspect of the gameplay that enforces the idea of being plastic men is that you don't take any falling damage, unless you fall off the map, which just instantly kills you. I'm going to describe one more map to you, but realize there are quite a few interesting maps, all with different game modes. The last map I will describe is the Deep Freeze map. The Deep Freeze map takes place in a freezer that has you running around a series of frozen boxes of food that you would expect to find in someone's freezer. The objective is to go to the center of the map and equip your flamethrower in order to melt the giant ice block located at the center of the map. This is cool because of its use of an actual weapon for accomplishing the main objective. Once you melt the ice block in the center of the map, a grate is revealed that has gaps big enough for you to fall down. The final objective is to jump down the grate in the center of the map and run back towards your base, where below is a dinosaur, plastic toy dinosaur of course, is frozen in a similar block of ice, and both teams must race to melt their ice cube before the other. This change really polarizes people to either focus on melting their ice cube or going to the enemy's ice cube and killing them in order to stop them from completing the objective first. Deep Freeze is another great example of how the game commits to a fun and simple style that has objectives defined by the environments. Most of what I've said about this game has been positive so far, but I don't necessarily think that this is always a fun game. In fact, most of the time you just feel powerless and incapable of helping your team if 3 teammates just decide to stay away from the objective and snipe enemy players, which is completely useless in an objective-based game. I found myself frustrated many times when the fight would be one-sided and I would join a team that had 4 players versus 8, which can easily happen. It's not that the game fails to balance teams at the start, but it doesn't auto-balance during the game. So when 3 people decide to drop out because nobody else is going for the objective, then you are stuck with a smaller team until the end, unless someone joins the game, which doesn't happen often, like in Call of Duty or Battlefield. So the game is very frustrating when you are not winning because of your teammates' incompetence, but it can be really exciting when both teams know exactly what they are doing and are evenly matched. Now, I don't have any friends that play games as much as me, but I could see playing this with a couple of friends and being on the same team could be fun when you work together to complete the objective. But playing against random people online is a simple coin flip away from a fun and exciting game to a frustrating and powerless one. Lastly, I want to clarify that there is no progression in this game, which honestly can be a killer to people playing solo expecting to achieve something over time, which is something Call of Duty does very well. From when you first load up the game to the 100th time, all of the skills, abilities, perks, and weapons you have access to remain the same. So considering all of that, if you are looking for a rewarding and balanced online shooter, then I would not suggest this game. But for $15 or cheaper on sale, it is worth it if you value the style and idea of the game.